Okay, good morning, all of you. So let us start our unit number 2, organizing and staffing. So we have completed our unit number 1 and some functions we have seen from unit number 1 related to management, right? So this organizing and staffing is a function of manager, right? So let us see syllabus. So this chapter is having two part. One is organizing and second one is a staffing. Okay, so in organizing part, we have to see nature and purpose of organizing. Nature and purpose of organizing, like we have seen nature and purpose of management in previous chapter. So same thing we have to see here, nature and purpose of organizing or characteristics of organizing. And we understood the meaning of organizing. So distributing, start, grouping the task, right? Assigning the duties is nothing but organizing. So its nature and purpose we have to see today. Then second part is the purpose of organizing. Why organizing is important? That important significance we have to see. The next bit is organization structure. So every organization has a certain structure, right? From this management, or below that you can say CEO, as general manager, assistant manager, managers, like that, engineer, helper, labor. So every organization has certain structure, right? So in our college also we have structure like principal, deans, HODs, right? Class teacher, then you can say proctor teacher. So like this structure is there. So every organization has a certain structure, right? So that also we have to see. Its significance also we have to see. The next bit in organizing is span and level. So span and level is very interesting thing, especially in organization structure. There are various types of structures. We have to see span is nothing but odd. Levels means nothing but odd exactly. That we have to see. The next bit is a departmentation. Name itself is telling departmentation is nothing but dividing the work into various department. So our in our college also you can see various departments are there, right? Mechanical, civil, electrical, computer. So like that, various departments. Just a minute. Okay. So various here also in industry, various departments like production department is there. Then you can say design department, R&D department, right? HR department, even store. These are the various departments, right? So for simplicity of work, this is made. So we have to see how many departments are there in organization, right? So we have to discuss their significance, its detail. Then authority delegation is the very important aspect in industry, because so certain authorities can be delegated. Delegated means transferred to others. So that is nothing but the authority delegation. So we have to see uh, how authority is delegated. Means see, one manager, one owner cannot do everything. So he has to give certain authority to some of the managers, some of the people from the organization, and he has to get the work done, right? So authority delegation is very important. This is generally in a big organization, it is very essential. Without authority delegation, work cannot be getting done from the workers. So this is very important point that we have to discuss. And last bit from the organizing part is decentralization. डिसेंट्रलायझेशन म्हणजे काय, एखादं काम दिल्यानंतर ते सगळ्यामध्ये खाली खाली पास करत जायचं. स्पेशली ऑथॉरिटी कॅन डू दिस, and a certain authority can be given for that particular task. So that decentralization types we have to see. And sometimes people feel like authority delegation and decentralized look same, but there is a specific difference that also we have to see in this particular part. Okay, so this is a first part of unit number 2. and it need 2-3 hours to complete. Total 6 hours necessary to complete this particular chapter, and staffing need 3 hours. So in staffing, we understood the staffing is nothing but it's function of manager, right? Where manager choose the right person for right job. So staffing is nothing but the choosing right person for right job, or sometimes people take meaning it as recruiting the people for the certain tasks. So that staffing is there. So its definition again we have to see. We have seen just function, but here exactly what is the staffing? Its activities we have to see. So staffing definition we have to see. Then human resource management is the one important part that we have to see. Then selection process in recruiting selection process, that also we have to see. Generally people knows HR comes to our college, they take the interview and they recruit, they give offer letter, you join. So this is the thing generalize we know, but in depth what exactly background behind that, right? Before coming HR here, they have certain tasks, right? So they have certain activities they perform, and then they come here and they recruit you. So that selection procedure, we don't know what is happening before HR comes to recruit. That we have also we have to see. Then training and development, that point also we have to see, because it is a function under the staffing. So training the employee, developing the employee, and very important point, performance appraisal. Already we seen in entrepreneurship development what is a performance appraisal. So what exactly points they consider while pricing the employees? So for getting a promotion or getting increment in salaries, performance appraiser plays very important role. But how they do that we have to see, because it's role of manager under the staffing function, right? So this much syllabus is there in unit number 2. Very interesting and very practical oriented, you can say this unit is. Uh, then you can refer the books Essentials of Management for this chapter also, because most of the points of organizing and staffing is covered in this particular book. So you can refer this, and remaining 2 books, Principles of Management and Administration, this is also you can refer, but not that much helpful. But Essentials of Management is very very helpful for this particular unit, you can note it. Then this previous unit study material is already there, friends. You can see study material of unit number 1 in study material. After completing the unit, particular unit, we are keeping the syllabus or study material of that particular unit in a study material, including MCQ answers of that particular unit. Okay. So this is about the syllabus. Certain assignment questions which are asked in previous examination, that we'll see, and then we'll proceed to our about title of chapter, importance and central idea, that we'll discuss. Friends, first question is there: what are the types of organization structure? Explain anyone with all details. So there are certain types of organization structure that we are going to see today, and you have to explain anyone in detail. Okay, so you should be prepared for all. But in exam, they have asked in this way, out of 4 types, you have to explain one. So 7 mark, 8 mark weightage will be there. So you have to write 4 types you have to write, and you have to explain any one. You have to choose which is good for you. With the help of charts, organizational chart, you have to explain it. So 8 mark question. Then another question is differentiate, compare between narrow span and wide span. So there are 2 types of spans, narrow and wide span. You have to compare or you have to differentiate what exactly difference is there with the help of here block diagram also. So this question is asked for 4 marks only. So you can write 7 to 8 differences for 4 marks. Then next, explain the elements for performance appraisal. For appraising the employee's performance, certain elements needs to be considered that you have to explain. Okay. And next part in this question, what are the various methods of training manager? So for training the manager, there is a certain procedure we need to follow. Okay. That you have to explain. The next question is there, illustrate the authority delegation and decentralization. So sometimes they have asked like differentiate between authority delegation and decentralization. Both things are almost similar, but there are certain differences. So I have added only one question. You can explain both what is the meaning of authority delegation and decentralization. And if you able to explain these two things, yeah, mentioning difference will be very easy for you. The next question is explain the selection process for recruiting the trainee engineer in company. So we know half part, but before coming HR comes here, there is a certain procedure. You have to explain both the procedures. Okay, pre-placement, post-placement also. So these are the 5 questions for assignment. You can note, and for IC also, questions will be from these 5 MCQs. Friends, let us start our discussion on title of chapter. As you know, organizing and staffing is a function of manager. Okay, so nobody else do this organizing and staffing function without the manager. So manager is having this function he has to do. Okay, so what is the organizing? That concept we have seen. Organizing is nothing but to assign duties, grouping the task, establishing authority, and allotting the uh, resources required to carry out the specific plan. Is nothing but organizing. Organizing means what? Giving the duties, assigning the duties, grouping the task. If you have so many tasks or big tasks, you have to group small tasks, and you have to assign that particular task to a group of people. Establishing authority means finding the leader for a certain task, finding one leader, and giving that particular task to that particular group. Allocating resources means if you need computer, machinery, tools, raw material, such a resources allocating to that particular leader or particular group. And for what purpose it is done? For carrying out the specific plan. So this activity is organizing. तर मराठीमध्ये एक छान उदाहरण आहे. मला सांगायला आवडतं नेहमी, कारण फंक्शन्स ऑफ मॅनेजर आणि आपलं घरातलं एखादं फंक्शन ह्याचं खूप जवळचं रिलेशन आहे. 1-2 मिनिटात सांगतो. इफ दे तर आपण काय करतो सुरुवातीला? प्लॅनिंग करतो, बरोबर? आपण बघितलं मागच्या चॅप्टरमध्ये. प्लॅनिंग म्हणजे काय? आपल्याला असं असं लग्न घरामध्ये उरकायचंय आपल्या नातेवाईकाचं, बरोबर? बहिणीचं असेल, भावाचं असेल, तर प्लॅनिंग करतो. ते आपण पहिल्या चॅप्टरमध्ये बघितलं. त्याच्यानंतर पुढचं टास्क काय असते? ऑर्गनायझिंग टास्क असते घरातल्या फंक्शनमध्ये सुद्धा. काय करतो आपण त्या ऑर्गनायझिंग याच्यामध्ये? आपण काम वाटून देतो. या अंकलला हे काम, या भावाला ते काम, बरोबर? कोणाला मंडपाचं काम असेल, कोणाचं जेवणाचं काम असेल, बरोबर? मग त्यांना लागणारे काय वस्तू देणं. तर हे जे कामं वाटून घेण्याची प्रोसेस आहे प्लॅन प्रमाणे, तर त्याला ऑर्गनायझिंग म्हणायचं. समजतंय? घरामधलं एखादं काम, एखादं कार्य आहे, त्यासाठी आपण प्लॅन करतो, बरोबर? लग्न उरकायचं आहे, हे झालं प्लॅनिंग. पण ऑर्गनायझिंग म्हणजे काय? ते काम घरात त्या लग्नाच्या मध्ये असणारे जे काय काम असेल, जेवणाचं काम असेल, रिसेप्शनचं काम असेल, किंवा मंडपाचं काम असेल, बरोबर, वाजंत्र्याचं काम असेल, हे काम वाटून देणं त्या लोकांना म्हणजे ऑर्गनायझिंग. आता माझ्या मते सर्वांच्या लक्षात आलं असेल, ही अॅनॉलॉजी अगदी परफेक्ट मॅच होते. मग स्टाफिंग म्हणजे काय? फाइंडिंग द राईट पीपल फॉर राईट जॉब. तसंच आपल्या कार्यक्रमामध्ये स्टाफिंग पण आपल्याला करावं लागतं. सगळंच आपण काम करू शकत नाही. तुमचे अंकल सगळं केटरिंगचं काम त्यांच्याकडे दिलं, मग ते काय स्वतः कुकिंग करू शकत नाहीत, बरोबर? मग त्यांना काय लागतं? स्टाफिंग करायला लागतं. ते काय करतात? मग योग्य आचारी बघणं, बरोबर? तर योग्य आचारी बघणं म्हणजे स्टाफिंग. समजलंय? तर मित्रांनो, ह्या अनॉलॉजीवरून लक्षात ठेवा, ऑर्गनायझिंग अँड स्टाफिंग म्हणजे काय? की लग्नामधलं एखादं काम जे आहे ते वाटून देणं वेगवेगळ्या लोकांना, आपल्या घरातल्या लोकांना, बरोबर? आणि ते एका व्यक्तीला शक्य नाही. मंडपाला बघणं, त्याच्याकडून ते मंडप बांधून घेणं किंवा डेकोरेशन करून घेणं, मग ह्यासाठी मॅन पॉवर लागेल, तर ते ऍक्टिव्हिटी म्हणजे स्टाफिंग. So I hope you understood with the help of this analogy what is the meaning of organizing and staffing. Okay, so that we have to discuss in detail in this particular chapter. आपण functions of manager च्या वेळेस पण हे डिटेल मध्ये डिस्कस केलं होतं, but as a part of title of chapter we have discussed organizing and staffing means what. Okay, so I hope in industry also it is required. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये पण रोज फंक्शन्स असतात, रोज कार्य करायला, त्यांना प्रोडक्शन करणं हे त्यांचं रोजचं काम आहे. मग त्यासाठी ऑर्गनायझिंग अँड स्टाफिंग इज इसेन्शियल. ओके, सो आय होप दिस थिंग फ्रॉम द डिस्कशन ऑफ टायटल ऑफ चॅप्टर. Then central idea of this particular chapter, friends, particular this second unit, staffing and organizing, is deals with organization structure. What is the meaning of organization structure? What is the meaning of departmentation? What is the meaning of authority delegations, decentralization, and HRM means human resource management. So this chapter deals with this particular 4-5 points. Then why this chapter is important for you? So friends, in the organization, grouping the tasks, assigning the duties, and getting the task done is the normal activity every day. Means organizing is the daily routine, you can say. And engineer like you will be the manager. And for grouping the tasks, organizing, assigning the duties, getting work done from employees is the job of you people. Getting, but you should understand what is the meaning of grouping, what is understanding meaning of the assigning the duties, what is the meaning of organization structure. You should understand, right? For that purpose this chapter is important for you. You join any of the organization, organizing is the common task there. Okay, sometime you will get one project, but you cannot handle one project alone. You need manpower, and you have to assign the task, you have to group the task. So it is your role. That's why for you people this chapter is important. Then this chapter is linked to CO number ME 422.2. Its statement is illustrate the concept of organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So after learning this chapter, you will able to illustrate the concept of organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So leading and controlling you will able to explain after learning the chapter number 3, because its chapter name is leading and controlling. So coming 2 chapters are based on functions of manager only. So friends, let us discuss first bit of this particular unit, that is a nature or characteristics of organizing. Nature or characteristic. So in exam our syllabus bit is like that, nature of organizing. So nature of organizing is nothing but characteristics of organizing. But before understanding characteristics or nature of organizing, you should understand once again what is the meaning of organizing. Let me clear once again. In the title of chapter also I have cleared. Organizing is nothing but assigning the duties. Assigning the duties means giving the duties. Grouping the task. Grouping the task means dividing the task among the people. Establishing authority. Establishing authority means appointing the leader for that. And allocating resources required to carry out the specific plan. Allocating resources means giving the certain resources like maybe man, money, machineries, tools, whatever required to achieve the specific plan, whatever resources required. So allocating resources. So this activity is the organizing. I hope again you got the clear idea. Organizing म्हणजे आपण वेगवेगळे मीनिंग घेतो ऑर्गनायझिंगचे, बट हिअर आय होप यू अंडरस्टूड द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्झॅक्ट ऑर्गनायझिंग. आपण एखादी गोष्ट मिक्स झाली तर वेगवेगळे सेग्रिगेट पण करतो, त्यालाही काही लोक ऑर्गनायझिंग म्हणतात. हाही त्या ऑर्गनायझिंगचा अर्थ आहे. काय अर्थ निघतो? एखादी गोष्ट मिक्स झाली, सपोज 2-3 गोष्टी एकामेकात मिक्स झाल्या, तर आपण ते सेग्रिगेट वेगवेगळ्या करायला त्याला आपण म्हणतो ऑर्गनाइज करून ठेव व्यवस्थित किंवा सिस्टमॅटिक करून ठेव व्यवस्थित. ह्या गोष्टीसाठी ऑर्गनायझिंग शब्द वापरला जातो. बट इन इंडस्ट्री ऑर्गनायझिंग meaning is in this way. Assigning duties, you can remember this 4 thing: assigning duties, grouping the task, establishing authority, and allocating resources. That activity is nothing but organizing. I hope you understood now. Now let us discuss nature and characteristics of organizing. So first characteristic is their common objective. Every organization has common goal. Organizing is done to achieve it. Friends, remember every organization is having goal, vision, right? Without that, no one organization will run. Without vision or without goal, none of the organization will run. So, and that goal is always common. It is not like that one manager is having different goal, another manager is having different goal. Suppose HR manager and production manager goal is same, right? Whatever order you got, you have to produce that many orders and you have to dispatch. Even HR manager recruit the people and production manager do actual fabrication manufacturing of product. Still goal is same. Why HR manager recruiting the people? He want to support that particular production person to have common goal to produce so and so component, so and so assemblies, or so and so you can say vehicles. Getting? So in organizing, if you are not having common objective, then is it audible now? Can you hear me? Okay, okay. So in between voice was not there. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so let us start once again. Okay, so I think we were discussing about the common objective. सो इन ऑर्गनायझिंग आपल्या लग्नामध्ये सुद्धा घरामध्ये लग्न असल्यानंतर प्रत्येकाचं एकच ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह असतं का प्रत्येकाचं वेगवेगळं असतंय कार्यक्रम चांगला झाला पाहिजे राईट एकच ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह सर्वांचं त्यासाठी सर्वजण धडपड करत असतात सो इन ऑर्गनायझिंग कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह प्लेज व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट रोल and organizing is for that only. Next characteristic or nature of the organizing is grouping task according to the nature of people. Now, as we know, organizing includes the grouping of tasks. Now, how to group? Can you assign the work to anybody randomly? Definitely no. While assigning the task, habits and nature of the people should be considered. You should not give the task randomly to any of the people. Design person you need, you are giving who is expert in the production. Wrong grouping task, right? So while grouping the task, you have to give that particular task to particular person who is expert in that. You have to understand what is the habit of that particular person, nature of that particular person, right? So you have to understand who is the person. So while grouping this task, you have to consider this, whom you are grouping, whom you are allocating while grouping. That you have to understand. Then proper authority structure or defining hierarchy. In while after appointing the giving the task, appointing the people, for taking the follow-up of it, you should have proper authority. There should be leader, right? Some reporting person must be there, or somebody should be there to keep watch or supervise that activity. For that purpose, you should have proper authority structure for it. Getting? So hierarchy must be defined properly. Who is having good experience, who is having more years of experience, then that person must be at the top level in the hierarchy. Then below him with less experience. Getting little age is not matter in industry. Remember, I'm talking about the experience. How much experience he is having in that particular field. Getting so this is also important. Hierarchy is also characteristic of organizing. The next one is that division of labor and assignment of the job. So labor division, dividing the labor and assigning that particular job to that particular labor is the very important. Suppose you have 100 labor along with you, you have certain managers, leaders with you. So division of labor is very important. Suppose you have labor who is having some skilled labor, semi-skilled labor, right? So who is having a skill, more skills, you should appoint at that particular group where skills are required. So you have to divide your labor into group, proper group. Why? To avoid the wastage of time. If any expert labor is there, then you have to appoint at the very genuine areas where this expert is required. So what is the benefit of it? You can avoid the wastage of time, right? Then you can avoid the wastage of energy. You can avoid the wastage of resources. And if you are having certain expertise and if you allocate to certain person, then benefits of specialization. So person is very expert in a welding, his specialization is welding, so definitely you should allocate that person to welding field only. Getting even this is a very common sense, but still in industry division of labor is having more weightage. So benefit of specialization you will get in this case if you divide the labor into proper way and if you assign the proper job. This is one of the characteristic in organizing. आता आपल्या घरामध्ये पण एखाद्याला व्यवस्थित मॅनेज करता येतं नाही का, अगदी इमर्जन्सी जेवणातली आवड वगैरे असेल, लग्न कार्यामध्ये मीठ कशात कमी झालंय जास्त झालंय एखाद्याला त्याची माहिती असेल तर आपण ते त्या घरातल्या त्या अंकलला, त्या घरातल्या रिस्पॉन्सिबल व्यक्तीला आपण डेफिनेटली केटरिंगचं ते जेवणाची व्यवस्था देऊ, बरोबर. तर इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये पण असंच आहे. So if you want to get the benefit of specialization, division of labor is very important, and manager should know this, who is expert in not, right? So that's why manager should assess who is best person for what task. Then communication channel in organizing, this is another very important characteristic is the communication channel. Communication channel is nothing but whom to contact and how. Definitely your labor, your employees, right? If you want to reach to a leader or manager, or if there is another problem, technical problem, so whom to contact and how. It is very important. In industry, you cannot, this should be the standard operating procedure. Whom to contact and how. It is very important because every employee, thousands of employees are there, worker, laborers are there. Whom that worker should contact and how. Maybe through telephone, physically, through mail, through letter, right? So that communication channel in organizing is the very important characteristic. Getting now next characteristic is a coordination. Coordination in organizing is very important because it integrates all the functions. This is also important characteristic of organizing. कोऑर्डिनेशन पाहिजे, बरोबर. लग्नामध्ये किती लोक आलेले आहेत हे जेवणाच्या व्यक्तीला, जो जेवणाची व्यवस्था बघतो त्याला सांगितलं पाहिजे आज एवढी लोक इथं दिसत आहेत, एवढी लोक आलेले आहेत, मग जेवणाची तू एवढीच तयारी कर, जास्त आलेत हे वाढव, कमी आलेत हे कमी कर, बरोबर. तर ते थोडंसं कोऑर्डिनेशन व्हायला हवं. गेटिंग सो इन ऑर्गनायझिंग ऑल्सो सेम थिंग. सपोज एका इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये येणारा प्रॉडक्ट तुम्हाला ह्या महिन्यात ऑर्डर फारच कमी आहे, बरोबर. जे ऑर्डर घेतात त्या लोकांनी परचेसवाल्यांना सांगायला पाहिजे ह्या महिन्यामध्ये कमी परचेस करा, because order is very less, purchase very less raw material. In this week, in this month, we have very less orders. Why you are unnecessarily wasting money? कोऑर्डिनेशन पाहिजे बरोबर. आणि अचानक डिमांड वाढली म्हणजे आपण काय म्हणतो अचानकच डिमांड वाढली एखाद्या प्रॉडक्टसाठी. एचआर डिपार्टमेंटचं काम आहे ऑर्डर वाढली, लेबर वाढवा, वर्कर्स वाढवा, डिझायनर्स वाढवा. सो coordination in organizing, coordination is very very important. Then rules and regulation, another characteristic, rules and regulation. For smooth functioning of the organization, rules and regulations must be there everywhere. Even in your student life, rules are there, right? Regulations are there. You should reach in time. You should write exam within time, right? You should fill exam form within time. Rules are there. We are the human, so rules and regulations are important. And why it is required? For smooth functioning in day to day life also. Rules and regulations are important. Why this is required? For smooth functioning, nothing else. Some discipline should be there, right? So in industry also some rules and regulations are there for smooth functioning of the working in that particular organization. Smooth functioning means without hurdles, work should go. So that's why rules and regulation. For recruiting the manpower, HR department, HR person cannot recruit any of the person randomly, come and join. It is not like that. They have certain rules, right? What rule HR department has? एक्सपिरियन्स किती पाहिजे, कुठली स्किल्स पाहिजे, त्याला सॅलरी किती द्यायची, बरोबर, किती महिन्यासाठी द्यायची, प्रोबेशन पिरियड काय असला पाहिजे, बरोबर, पीएफ किती असला पाहिजे, किती कट केला पाहिजे, किती कुठल्या एम्प्लॉयचा केला पाहिजे, बरोबर. ह्या अशा रूल्स अँड रेग्युलेशन्स आर देअर अँड फॉर स्मूथ फंक्शनिंग इट इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द ऑर्गनायझेशन. उदाहरणार्थ ऑइलिंग, ग्रीसिंग फॉर मशिनरीज रिक्वायर्ड मंथली, इयरली, सॉरी मंथली, वीकली, डेली ग्रीसिंग लागणार आहे. रेग्युलेशन रूल केलेलं तर ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये, तर मशीन स्मूथ फंक्शन होईल, बरोबर. सो रूल्स अँड रेग्युलेशन इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टंट कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स इन ऑर्गनायझिंग. Then external environment is also one of the characteristic. While organizing, external factors like legal, social, political factors should be considered, because every organization is working in an external environment, and people should consider this external factors like legal factor, paying tax within time, following pollution related norms, following the safety of the employees, right? So all things related to external environment should be considered while organizing. And last characteristic is their accumulation of resources. Resources involves manpower, material, machine, money, technology. Okay, so accumulation of resources as an when required is very important, because while organizing किती resources लागणार आहे हे, and you have to start accumulating, you have to start collecting it. Okay, so these are the characteristics of organizing. Okay, I hope I have made it simplified and you understood the meaning of organizing. तर आपण जे ऑर्गनाइज शब्द वापरतो नाही का, फंक्शनला पण ऑर्गनाइज म्हणतो आपण. फंक्शन छान ऑर्गनाइज झालं कधी म्हणतो, तर ह्या सगळ्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स असतील तर. ओके, so I hope you understood this organizing concept in detail. I hope there is no any doubt, and if it is there you can put in chat box within 1 minute. Anything want to contribute, anybody? No? Shall we proceed to next point? Or should we take attendance before proceeding to next bit? I think we'll take attendance. So put your roll number in chat box. Okay. First. And after putting attendance, we'll start a discussion on purpose of organizing. Why organizing is important. That we'll discuss. Anybody want to ask anything related to organizing again? Is it okay? Everything understood with the help of example, with the help of certain characteristics? I have tried to explain it. Okay. So anybody anything want to ask? Okay. So if no, then we'll proceed. At least say yes, no, proceed, no problem. Okay. So let us start. Purpose of organizing. Why this organizing should be done? छोटा प्रश्न सुरुवातीला लग्नामध्ये ऑर्गनायझिंग नसेल तर काय होईल आपल्याला लक्षात येतं बरोबर. तसंच इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये होतं. लग्नामध्ये जेवण व्यवस्थित पुरलं नाही. बरोबर. रॉ मटेरियल लागणारं पुरलं नाही. वी अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट हॅपन्स राईट. बसायला जागा पुरली नाहीये. Or some unwanted thing happen in the that particular function. We understand what happens, right? So same thing is there. So in industry, that's why organizing plays very important role. In industry, everyday functions are there, right? Continuous operation, continuous production, continuous order purchasing, every activity is continuous. So for that purpose, organizing is essential. So still we'll discuss some of the points. So first point is it helps administration or coordination. If you are having proper organizing, okay, you have distributed task, you have allocated the duties. So for administration purpose, for every manager, it helps. Right? Suppose one task is assigned to one group, and that group is not performing well for first project, second project, third project. So administrative department will take action like so and so group of people, group of members are not doing proper work. So it helps to take action also from administrative, and obviously it helps to coordinate all activities. कुणाला किती टास्क दिले, कुणाला काय रिसोर्सेस दिलेत. So for coordination purpose, this organizing is important. Then another one is encourage the efficiency. Can somebody tell me like if proper organizing is there, then efficiency is increasing? Can somebody want to put in chat box or unmute and want to elaborate? Anybody else? It definitely improves the efficiency. But how? Anybody want to tell? Very simple. It improves efficiency as complete utilization of resources. Simple answer. In organizing, as you know, we are grouping the tasks, we are allocating the duties, we are allocating resources, and utilization of that particular resources happens very nicely, very effectively. And obviously, if you are using man, machine, manpower, everything you are using very efficiently, then definitely your efficiency, everything will get improved. Getting? So this is the reason. The next one is optimum use of technology and resources. Resources are used optimally. How? Because you have given required resources only. For as a manager, you grouped the task and you allocated required resources only. 10 people, if they need 1 liter coolant, 10 machinery, right? 1 liter, 2 liter, 10 liter upper machinery like that. So as you know, for this 10 machinery, 10 liters required. So you allocate that only, not more than that, right? So this is the reason. That's why people will use optimally, uh, and even technology also same thing is there. The next one is that encourage use of human resources. due to dividing the task among the people. As you, if there are 10 people group, then that people will understand, yes, we are 10, and up to evening, up to tomorrow evening in this week, we have to complete this task. And then definitely they will understand nobody will come to help us. It's our responsibility, it's our duty as manager allocated to us. And every human resource from that particular that group will think we have to complete task within time, and assessing also becomes easy. So manager will say deadline was 1 week, still this is the second week you have not completed. Getting? So in that case, that person, that group of people will have pressure, and they will try to complete whatever task assigned to them. Getting? So that's why this task within the time, and this human resources will utilize properly. Then facilitates growth. How? Organizing helps to top level management to focus on further expansion and investment. You already allocated tasks, resources, everything is going well. Then manager will get time to focus on further things like expansion of the organization, because they know we have organized the task, everything is going well. Okay. And later on they will get time for further expansion. They will think, yes, how can I expand my organization, where I can make the investment, and in this way his organization will grow. Getting? So this is important part where which will help to grow the organization, because they have distributed tasks properly, right? And they just observe over there, and further they are getting time for creativity, even expansion, investment, right? Then next one is that stimulates the creativity. स्टिम्युलेट्स द क्रिएटिव्ह, स्टिम्युलेट्स म्हणजे उत्तेजना, क्रिएटिव्हिटीला लोकांना वेळ मिळायला लागतो. कसा बरं? कॅन समबडी टेल मी हाऊ डू प्रॉपर ऑर्गनायझिंग, or you can say excellent organizing helps to stimulate the creativity. Can somebody want to tell? Take 1 minute. Any guess? Stimulates the creativity means organizing will improve for creativity front, on creativity front. So friends, accumulated knowledge helps to create new things. So at the beginning we discussed like manager group the task according by looking at the people. They understand what is required for that particular group. They provide everything, and their expertise from that group, all experts are there, right? 10 people from that expert people from that particular group, their accumulated knowledge will create new thing, and in this way it stimulates the creativity. So that's why organizing is important. Understood everybody? So that's why organizing is important. Anything anybody want to say regarding this? Have you understood regarding purpose and nature of organizing? Shall we proceed? Okay. So if there is no doubt, we will proceed. So now on screen, you are observing one picture, right? Can somebody guess what is it? Is there any guess what exactly it is? Put in chat box. Next lecture today maybe at 2 or 1 p.m. we have one more lecture again. There we have to discuss these things. But before that, you can say food for thought. Centralized structure of organization. Okay, very good. Anybody else? No. So, Gaurav, you are right. Centralized partially, but I would say a decentralized structure, you can say. Okay, decentralized. One boss is there and he decentralized his work. He appointed two people below him. Again, that person below, he appointed two people. And under these two people, there are very big group of people. So, friend, it in short, you will say it is organization structure. Okay. So this is a organization structure. So friend, what is exact meaning of organization structure? It is a framework within which it is a framework, right? Within which an organization arranges its line of authorities and communication and allocated rights and duties. What is it? It is a line of authorities. You can say here one person is there, below that one man, one woman, right? Below that next man there is again one woman and one man, and below them again group of people of, right? So this is the organization structure. Getting? So next lecture we are going to discuss again our in-depth types of organization structure. What are the this whatever structure you are observing? So again, what is the span and level? What is narrow span, wide span, that we are going to discuss. So please put your number in chat box. Those who forgotten, those who are not listening, already we have taken attendance. But if anybody missed, put your roll number there and quit the meeting. Do not put twice, thrice. Put number once only. Quit the meeting if you have done.